Hi, my name is Sharon Pederson and I'm here to share a tip with you. Labels. Now, labels have become very elaborate and some of the ones I've seen are absolutely beautiful with lots of history and lots of stories. Who made the quilt, why, who it was made for, etc., etc. But I ran into a bit of a problem when I started making reversible quilts because there is no wrong side to a reversible quilt. So where do you put the label? And what I figured out was the best place for me to put my label, even if I'm not doing a reversible quilt, is to put it on the binding. All right, it is almost an invisible label. And here in red, I have made by Sharon Pederson, Black Creek, BC, and the year that that particular quilt was made. So those of you who have sewing machines that will monogram, you put into the memory on your sewing machine your name, where you live, and the date. So you only have to change it once a year. And then when you are preparing your binding, now my favorite size for binding is a strip 2.5 inches wide, folded in half and pressed. And then you sew it to one side of your quilt, roll it over, and hand or machine finish the folded edge on the other side. So you have a folded or double thickness of fabric, and so it's a simple thing to run it through your sewing machine. Now, sometimes you want it to be very subtle, and so you're going to go looking for a thread that matches as close as you can to your binding. And sometimes when I'm looking for the label on my quilt, the easiest way is actually just to run my hand along it because it's easier to feel the thread than it is to see it. So if you want to be subtle, you're going to choose thread that matches your binding, but sometimes you want to be able to see it, right? So then you're going to choose something that is high contrast. So run it through your machine with either coordinating thread or with contrasting thread, and you too can have a wonderful and very subtle label on your quilt. Or you can be, well, this one's even more subtle. I really can't even read this one, okay? I can feel it, and of course I know what it says. But quilt historians, you know, when they find this quilt 200 years from now, they eventually will stumble across this label and they will find out that this was made by Sharon Pederson in Black Creek, BC in whatever year. So you can choose fun thread. I did variegated crayon box colors on this one because this is a kid's quilt. It's got lots of bright colors on it. Let me show you. Okay, one side is very, very bright. Nana loves Emma. And the other side has photographs of Emma's family. And so that's where I chose to put the label, was right on the back here, made by Emma's Nana. So, hope you enjoyed that.